Hi everyone, welcome to 5:30 p.m. Power Flow on Sunday evening. My name is Hele. We're going to go ahead and start our flow today on our backs, so let's meet on our mats. You won't need anything else for class today other than your mat and your body. We're going to start on our backs. Our feet are down. We're trying to center our back into the middle of the mat, really taking that arch away, so grounding that belly button, following out that back and pressing that tailbone down into the earth. We're going to take our palms by our side, supine, so our wrists and our palms are facing up, opening that chest. Maybe taking the eyes closed for just a couple seconds here. I want you to walk your feet out as wide as your mat and alternate bringing the knees in one at a time. I want you to think of that stretch throughout the side of the leg. And really opening up the hips as we dip those knees into the center. Your next exhale, I want you to bring your right ankle across and place it right over that left kneecap. Or we're going to wrap behind on the hamstring and just take a figure four stretch slightly, flexing both feet. Bring it in nice into the chest. Inhale, exhale, release that right foot. Keep holding onto that left hamstring and just straighten that left leg. Maybe take a turn on the ankle. Maybe point and flex. And we're going to grab the out inside of that left foot and just take a half happy baby. You're also welcome to grab the shin. But if you can reach that sole of the feet, we're going to take the sole of the feet. And next exhale, bring it to the center. We're going to switch it out. So left ankle over that right kneecap and bring that figure four nice into the chest. Remember to flex both feet. Inhale. Exhale, release that left foot, straighten that right leg. Point and flex, take a turn on the ankle. And grab the inside of the right foot for half happy baby on this side. Letting those hips really open, getting that nice expansion. Inhale, your next exhale, I want you to release that and just roll over to the side to easily push up and bring it to hands and knees. So we're going to stack those shoulders right over the hips. Nope, those shoulders right over the wrists, the hips right over the knees. We're going to inhale, look up. Exhale, bring that belly all the way out. We've got your own breath here, so inhale, look up, exhale, hold that body. If you need to take a little more movement, maybe forward and back or side to side, you're welcome to do so. Just take a little second to bring energy and focus to the practice today. Your next exhale, I want you to bring it to neutral spine. You're right in between both hands. I want you to tuck those toes, bring it to the first downward dog class. Sending those hips high into the sky, trying to ground those heels. Option to take a little bend in the knees if we're not there yet today. With those straight legs. That's okay. Maybe take a pedal of left and right, shake those hips. Whatever you need, we're actively pushing those heels into the mat, the heels of the hand and the heels of the feet. Inhale, look up, and I want you to walk those feet towards the back of the hands, right where those toes are. You're taking about hip distance apart, so if you have both fists down in the mat, that's about hip distance. And I want you to grab your opposite elbows. In ragdoll pose, just take it side to side. I want you to focus here on not just letting the body fall, but expanding from the base of the spine. That tailbone is where the power for the ragdoll pose comes from, opposite elbows. So I really want you to find length in there, don't just fall forward. But with those hands, I want you to take a half lift, lengthen. Stop here just for a second and think about that lengthen. Right from the base of the tailbone all the way through the crown of the head, just feel like a long, straight string coming out. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll it up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. And so reach all the way to the top. Bring those shoulders up and back, and let's walk to the front of the mat. We're going to start with some sun salutations today. And then we'll get that back a little bit. We're starting at the top of the mat. I want you to stand up nice and tall. We're taking the feet comfortably as wide as the hips. Inhale, stand up nice and tall. Bring the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen, exhale, forward fold. Step it back into plank pose. First plank of class. We're going to hold it just for a couple of breaths. Get comfortable in the pose here. Inhale. Exhale. I want you to shift about 2 inches forward and lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck those toes and inhale, up cobra. Drop those shoulders back. Don't let them come up to the ears. And find opening in that chest and those abs. Exhale. Bring it down. Pass through the knees. And bring it downward facing dog. Look up. Bend those knees. Step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana, hands by our side. Same thing, one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Set it back, high plank. This time, either all the way down or 2 inches forward. Bring down the chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. If you're in downward facing dog, only points of contact are those toes and those hands, so don't drop those knees, don't drop the hips. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look up. Bend. Step or forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse one leg all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana, hands by our side. We're going to go ahead and go through sun top. We're starting at the top of the mat. Feet together. We start in chair pose. Arms come straight up. I really want you to focus on squeezing together, right? So we don't want those knees out wide. Squeezing. Like we're one unit here. Setting those hips nice and back. Chest is nice and open. Opening up the clavicle. Yes. Sit it lower. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Hands come through heart center. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Sit it back. High plank. We're going to hold it here just for a couple breaths. I want you to shift 2 inches forward, back. 2. And back. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to take those right toes high. Inhale. Exhale. Step it through warrior 1. That back left heel brings down to the ground. Open up the chest. It doesn't need to be too long. It doesn't need to be too down. We're just making sure that those hips aren't opening up to the side or facing nice in front. And we're really pushing down the shoulders so they're not shrugging up at the top. Inhale, exhale, plant the hands, right foot comes straight up. Plant that foot, bring it down to plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Other way, left toes come high. Inhale, exhale, step it through warrior 1. Again, focus here on settling into that space without opening up those hips. Look up, inhale, exhale, plant the hands, left toes come high. Plant that left foot, bring it back to high plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look up, bend those knees, inhale. Exhale, step your foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse one leg all the way up. Hands by our side, Tadasana. Beautiful. We're going to start with our standing flow today. A little different than what we usually do. We won't go through the 3 variations, but we'll go through it a little bit, and then we'll have the nice Shavasana at the end. Beautiful. We're at the top of the mat. We're taking hands overhead. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. I want you to bring those feet about hip distance apart. I want you to grab those peace fingers, wrap them around those big toes. Keeping that head nice and long, I want you to inhale, lift, and reach. So I want you to focus on straightening those arms and using that strength to really lengthen the back. You're going to shake your hips a little bit. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Release that bind, step it back into plank pose. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Straight away, I want you to take that right toes high. Inhale, exhale, step it through. Drop that left heel down. Triangle pose. So that back foot can be like 90 degrees angles or 45. I just don't want you to be straight forward, right? So whatever feels comfortable for you to be in a powerful pose here. You're also welcome to take it at the shin or at the hip. Inhale. Exhale, send it up. I want you to take hands to the hips. All 10 toes come to the side of the mat. Inhale. Exhale again. Thinking of that lengthen from the base of the spine. I want you to forward fold here without hollowing out that back. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, bend it forward. Take a slight side to side sway with the hips, really opening up those hamstrings. And again, taking those peace fingers, wrapping around the toes. We're gonna half lift here. Inhale, lengthen. You should feel that along the posterior chain of the legs. That whole back side is firing up. Exhale, forward fold. Walking towards the front into that low lunge and kick up the right toes. Inhale, exhale, plant that right foot down again, and I want you to bring the left foot a little bit closer this time. We're going to step all the way up, hands on the hips. We're going to take a revolved triangle pose. So if you need to shorten that front foot a little bit more, you're welcome to. We're going to take that left hand along, right hand on the hip, and I want you to reach forward first. Forward, 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 reach. Exhale, plant that left hand on outside the right foot, and revolve that triangle pose. You're welcome to keep the right hand on the hip. The most important part here is trying to just reach that left hand over the right foot. Beautiful. If you're here already, then you're welcome to try opening up that right hand and opening up the chest. Beautiful. Plant both hands. Bring it down, dog split. Bring it to down dog, plank pose, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. We're gonna inhale, left toes high, other way. Exhale, step it through. Left foot. Triangle pose, stand it up. Straighten that left leg. Left hand comes down towards the foot or on the ankle or on the hip. Right hand comes straight up. Gaze is up. At any point in class, you're welcome to take a child's pose. Inhale. Exhale, stand it up. Turn all 10 toes to the side of the mat. Same thing, wide leg forward fold. So I want you to hinge forward from the hips. Send those hips back as we bring it forward. Okay, so you can see. Hinging it forward. And then releasing, bringing the hands down toward the mat. Again, taking that side to side stretch with the hips. These fingers come around those toes. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen. Let this feel nice. Let the pose feel good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, walk towards the front of the mat. Take those left toes high. Inhale, exhale, step it through. Bring that right foot a little bit closer. We're going to take that revolved pose. So stand it up, hands on the hips. We're going to take that right hand up and over, reach. I want you to think you're reaching towards something, and then drop that right hand outside of that left foot. Left hand comes straight up. I know it might be a little shakier on one side than the other. That's okay. It's normal. Inhale. Exhale. Step both hands down. Bring it back. Down dog split. Down dog plank pose. Inhale. Exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. I want you to inhale. Look up. Bend the knees. Step your foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse one dive all the way up. And exhale, hands by our side. We're going to take a similar flow this time again. Maybe a little more challenging. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. I want you to make sure you're hip distance apart. Peace fingers around those big toes again. Half lift, lengthen. Find that stretch all the way through the body. You're using that groundness in the heels to be able to stretch from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Step it back, plank pose. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, right toes high. Exhale, step it through side angle pose. So we're going to drop that left heel and bring that left arm up and over. This right hand can be either on the inside of the knee or the outside, whatever you prefer. If you have a block, you can take block or on the knee. Of course, always an option. Inhale. Exhale, send it up nice and tall, wide, legged forward fold. We're gonna take a bind this time. We're gonna bring those hands behind the back. Interlock those fingers. Inhale, stretch out the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Again, I don't want you to think of just bringing the chest down. I want you to think of it with an intention. Strengthening the back from the base of the spine all the way to the crown of the head. Inhale. Exhale, bring down the front of the mat. Woo. Right toes come high. Downward dog. Shift it forward, plank pose. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Straight away, left toes come high. Same thing on the side. Exhale, step it to the side angle pose. Drop that right heel. And on the outside of the right, left foot or the inside, bring that right arm up and over, opening up the chest. Inhale. Exhale, send it up, wide legged forward fold. Take all 10 toes to the side of the mat. We're going to take that bind behind the back, so interlock those fingers behind the back. Open up the chest, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. Swing it forward to the front of the mat. Left toes high, plant the foot. We're going to stay here in down dog just for a couple of breaths, and I want you to think of gluing those heels down. Inhale. Right toes high. Exhale, step it through, bring it down to low lunge. Untuck those toes. I want you to bring the hands straight up and open up that chest in low lunge. Bring the hands to heart center, and we're going to twist. So I want you to think of bringing that armpit over that right knee, and those hands are in prayer pose. Inhale. Exhale, I want you to try to lift it up. Lift that back heel up, that back knee. Maybe open up the hands. Inhale. Exhale, lower down to low lunge. Untuck the toes, untuck the hands. Bring down a half split. I want you to inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale, half lift. Exhale, bring it towards the front. Untuck those toes, down dog split. Down dog. Bring forward to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing, other side. Left toes come high. Exhale, low lunge. Untuck the toes, open up that chest. Hands come to heart center. Twist it out. So I really want you to think of opening up that chest, not looking down. And really snuggling that knee underneath the armpit. Inhale, and if you can, exhale, bring it up. Don't do bounce. Option, open it up. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down. I'm just going to straight up half splits. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Bring it down to low lunge. Half splits. From here, I want you to take down dog and just walk it back. We're going to take ragdoll pose. Interlock for opposite elbows. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. I want you to turn the toes 45 degrees out and bring it down to Malasana, Yogi Squat. Hands come to the chest. And I want you to think of those elbows as pushing out the knees and opening up the chest. So we want to do this maybe. I want you to think of lifting and expanding, right? Maybe you want to take your feet a little wider or a little less wide. Adjust it, it's okay. Inhale. I want you to bring the right hand down, left hand up, open up the chest. Exhale, bring option to bind. Bend that right hand, bring that left hand to meet it. I'm going to turn around. So we're here. Bend that right hand, bend that left hand, open up the chest and hold the bind behind the back. Beautiful. Release the bind, send it all the way up. We're going to put our hands on our hips. Shift over. We're going to big hand to big toe pose. We're going to take that left hand on the left hip, right two peace fingers, come around to wrap onto that right toe. Inhale, straighten the leg. Option variation for this is just taking it at the knee, but I want you to think of not bending forward, right? In both poses, we're standing up nice and tall and open it up to the side. Inhale, exhale, don't drop it to the ground, but let go of the pose. Step it forward, that right foot. We're in pyramid pose. I want you to take a bind behind the back. Your options are either fist to fist or elbow to elbow. So fist to fist, elbow to elbow. You're also welcome to take prayer hands in your back. That's not my favorite. I don't have that wrist mobility, but you're also welcome to take it. So options. Fist to fist, grabbing opposite elbows. I'm going to take fist to fist. We're going to inhale, open up that chest. Exhale, forward fold over the knee. All 10 toes are facing forward. We're in pyramid pose. I want you to think of actively pushing that right hip back, left hip forward, not letting the hips open up. Release both hands towards the mat. Bring that right foot back into down dog pose. Feels nice to be back in down dog. We've been standing for so long. Inhale. Exhale, walk it back one more time. Exhale, bring it down to Malasana. Hands come to our chest. Open up those knees, open up the chest. Inhale. Open up that to the left side. So left fingertips come down, right hand comes up towards the sky. We're at an angled position here. So we're really opening up in a diagonal. I know, it's funny. Inhale. Exhale, take that bind behind the back. Open up the chest. Focus on grounding those heels into the mat. Feels good to sometimes be a little ball. Be rolled up in our day. Inhale. Exhale, release the bind, stand it all the way up. We're going to take hand to big toe pose on the other side. So all 10 toes face forward. Hands on our hips. We're going to take the left hand, left piece fingers. Wrap around that big toe and bring it up. And bring it out. Find strength and stability in the pose by lengthening from the base of the heel all the way to the crown of the neck. Crown of the head. Release that, and again, step forward into pyramid pose. Know the binds behind the back. I want you to make sure also that your feet are not too split apart. So you want them to be just like train tracks right next to each other. Because I know we tend to want to open up. We're right in front of each other. Bind behind our back. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Let that stretch on the posterior chain feel nice. Again, actively pushing that left hip back, right forward. Even if you need to put your hands on your hips and adjust a little bit, we tend to really want to open out, and you really want to push left back, right front. Release those hands, step it back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, I want you to take it down to plank. We're going to take a couple of those same rocks that we started at the beginning of the class, just forward and back. Activate that core. Squeezing the hamstrings. Strengthening and finding stability within the hips and the core. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1, downward facing dog. Look up. Bend the knees, step our foot to the top of the mat. And I want you to bring it down. We're going to do some abs. We're going to take it down to a boat pose. So option always is to bring those hands by those hips for boat pose. We're going to bring it up just to tabletop position. And I want you to tap down 1. Yes. Little abs to finish that class. For a little happy Sunday ab work. Yes, right, left. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to extend out both, bring it in. Yes, option again, always to drop those hands. Want to be powerful without a little bit of ab work. In 5, 4, In 3, in 2, in 1, back to the top. Last couple breaths here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it up nice and tall. Beautifully done. I want you to take a wide-legged forward fold here. And sit it up nice and tall. Exhale, forward fold. Hinging from the hips. So don't arch out that back. Don't haul out that back. Nice. Exhale, bring up. I want you to bring both feet in. We're going to try something a little bit difficult to finish up the class. We're going to grab the inside of both feet, and just like we are in boat pose, we really are sitting on that and holding and squeezing. We're going to do the same thing, but try to take it in a wide-legged fold. So we're going to grab the inside of the feet, bring the heels together, and slowly try to sit up nice and tall in a wide-legged fold. I'm going to shift from the side. So we're grabbing both on the inside of the feet and slowly using the stability from boat pose. Same thing here. Beautifully done. Sit it up nice and tall. Open up the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it in. We're going to lie it on our back. We're going to take right knee into the chest. Inhale. Exhale, supine twist. Bring it over the left side. Look over the right shoulder. Maybe you feel a little crack on your back. That's okay, as long as we're gentle with our bodies. Inhale, bring the right knee to the chest. I want you to take the fingers and walk them the back of the leg and flex that foot. Hands are interlocked on the back of the hamstring. I want you to bend the knee. Bring the knee a little closer to the chest and try to extend this time again. Of course, we're not going to extend the same amount, but just bring it in nice to the chest. Exhale, release it out. Left knee comes to the chest. Inhale. Exhale, drop it over the right side. Look over that left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to chest. Interlock at the hamstring and straighten that leg. Flex the foot. Inhale, bring it into the chest. Exhale, straighten that leg. Whew, you might feel a little shake, like I am. Exhale, release. And our last pose today, cloud pose. So to prep, I really want you to think of lifting those hips up and over, not just straight back. So we bring it up, twist shoulders down first. We're really holding and finding stability with those biceps and triceps on the ground, supporting the base of the neck, making sure there's nothing behind us. Inhale. Exhale, drop those toes behind our head for cloud pose. Once those toes drop, you're welcome to let go of the back. You're welcome to bend the knees here or straighten them. You can take a nice straddle. And just take a little moment to stretch here. Inhale. And exhale. Bring support back to that back. Bring it up and lower it all the way down for being in Shavasana, our final pose. I want you to bring all 4 limbs onto the ground. Leave those eyes closed and find silence and stillness. Bring attention to the parts of the body that might still be a little tight, perhaps some tension, and those parts of the body that are nice and loose and open. And let us feel the effects of our practice today by just sitting. ready to come out of Shavasana today, I want you to roll over gently to one side. And make your way up to the seated position with your eyes still closed. I want to thank you for sharing this space with me today, for joining our practice, and blinking our eyes open. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming to class today. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you again next time.